I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that think that, for instance, making paintings, is a waste of time. Or that anything creative just for creativity's sake is a waste of time. Making a nice garden, I mean, obviously nobody's going to pay you for that unless they come to see it. It's big enough and you charge admission. As far as the paintings go, I probably made a profit, but I'm certainly not making a living, and I don't do it for the money. I do it for the enjoyment of doing it. I haven't made a terrible amount of money farming. I've probably spent more than I've ever made. But again, I do it for the enjoyment of doing it. And there's got to be something in there that makes a little money, so I do what I have to do to get by. But also, the argument could be made that time isn't real. That time is purely a man-made construct, a concept. Something invented by the Swiss to sell watches, clocks, and make money. Maybe so. I'll rent that. I'll even buy it. But for the purposes of this conversation, the purposes of living a human existence and being fully immersed in that experience, time means something to most human beings. And we, as far as we can tell, we age, and we don't live forever. So, time is a little bit of a necessary evil. But at any rate, I know a great deal about wasting time. I've done a lot of it. And I know that the work that I put into this is, I'll never see it. I'll never get paid what it's worth. Not until after I'm dead, and probably not even then. Will it ever even be worth anything to anybody? I can't say that because I've sold a good many to you fine folk. But let's pretend, or let's just assume that it is completely worthless, that I wouldn't be able to sell any of these for a single red cent. Well, wasting time in that way is a hell of a lot better than wasting your time, health, and money on something which you get nothing out of. You don't develop any skills. All it does is take from you and leaves you with nothing but the want to do more of it. That's wasting time. That's a damn shame. That's a damn waste of time. And then the argument could also be made that perhaps it isn't. Perhaps everything happens for a reason. I don't know. But if you're a creative person who's just doing something creative or something new or something that nobody even understands yet, I mean, this is what it takes to break ground. This is what it takes to come up with new ideas, new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things. And I think that tradition has its place. And the older I get, the more traditional I find myself becoming. But the way that things are, it's obvious that things are going to hell fast. And if we continue to keep doing things in the same exact way that we've always done them, in the same exact way that we've picked up from the people around us, and we don't have something within us which is capable of trying new things and figuring out new ways of going about doing things. Because you see, most people, they get up, they work a job they hate, and then they come home. And then they have to do something to escape from that reality because it's so dismal. You sit in front of the TV for 6 or 8 hours, or you drink alcohol, or worse. And trust me, I know what that's like. You just are going through the motions, and you just about can't stand yourself. Your own skin just doesn't feel comfortable. I know what that's like. And the escape from that is not to escape from reality, but to fully immerse oneself in it. I've tried every method there is to escape my reality, and none of them work, the only ones that do work are the ones that fully immerse me in it, then I'm so caught up in whatever it is that I'm doing, this brushstroke, this task, this, that, this, the other, and I'm so, not to say that I have no concept of a future or a past as I'm doing this, but I guess in many ways I don't, because I'm fully absorbed in whatever it is that's going on. The only dish that I have to wash is this one, not the sink full of dishes. The only piercing I have to do is this one, not a full day's worth of work, a full week's worth of work. The only tools that I have to sterilize at the end of that is the one that I'm working on in my hand. And perhaps people would think about someone saying that as being narrow-minded or one-tracked. But, I mean, it's a scientific fact that multitasking is not a thing. I mean, people are only capable of doing one thing at a time. You might be able to bounce back and forth. But, I mean, for the most part, it's a hell of a lot more efficient to just do one thing and focus on it. And that is, of course, very difficult for me to do. I have some sort of attention deficit or something, but I always have to be doing 100 things at once. That's why, like, at the farm, I mean, I just roam around in circles, feed this and pick that up, straighten this up, and move this over here, and move that over there. There's not really a point here. I guess the point, if there is one, is that just because you're doing something just for the hell of it, or just for the aesthetics of it, or the skill building routine, or something that just gets your blood moving, or your gears turning, is not a waste of time.